There are some things that augment your visuals and give you that cinematic feel. I'm not talking the obvious things like lighting, expensive cameras or lenses, but these things may not be readily noticeable, such as haze or fog in film. And if you use it right, you can push a shot from good all the way up to magical. You know that feeling when a shot looks a bit flat, like a 7 out of 10. Add the right amount of haze and suddenly it becomes a 9.5 or a 10. Haze adds depth, it softens highlights, and when you place a light behind your subject, you get those gorgeous light beams. That's the trick cinematographers use. It's simple, but it's powerful. PMI sent over their SmokeNinja Pro and I thought, perfect chance to try it out properly. I called up Ray, he's a filmmaker like me, and he also boxes. I also had Joe who helped me with some behind the scenes. I wanted to light the project. We had a single small window in a large gym to set up our camera, lighting, get the interview done, get sparring shot, at least before other users of the gym came in.
For me, with boxing, one big clear positive is obviously the health benefits, but also the mental side, I'd say, is a huge positive to boxing. It gave me a lot of confidence, just seeing my own progression in the sport, getting used to sparring, getting used to being punched in the face, also winning fights. It did a lot for my self-esteem and confidence in all aspects of my life.
Here's the thing about hazing a big space. It can be a real struggle unless your machine is up to the task. The SmokeNinja Pro here handled it very, very well. It has a detachable fan, which makes filling a large space a lot quicker. The fan has got USB-C port to recharge it, an on and off switch, 3 fan speeds with indicator lights to let you know which speed you are in, and you can also set it to automatically turn on when you trigger the smoke machine if you don't want to manually turn on the fan. Now for a quick run through of what we did to get the space looking cinematic as quickly as possible, I switched the SmokeNinja Pro to fog mode, set the fan to max and walked about the gym with it in hand, got some good amount into the space and then shot our interview. Ideally, you want to set the machine to steam for the haze effect, which is lighter than the fog effect. Now, just in case you haven't noted or spotted how haze affects a scene, what I'll do is turn off my some of the lights here in the studio. So I'll turn off my key light and turn off one of my backlights. I'll switch on the smoke machine by pressing the power button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and it comes on. The next thing I'll do is make sure I'm in fog mode and I'll click the fog button. It's in the fog mode. What I'll do is disconnect, take off the fan. So I've taken off the fan. The next thing I'll do is install this little device that comes in the kit. So I have a plant here, which is just there, and I have a little LED light, so I'll turn it on so you can see the light. In fact, what I'll do is turn off the top light. So I've turned off my overhead light, and then you can see how the lighting in this space is. I'll point it at the lens and I'll point it back at my face. So I'll keep this light just here. I have my smoke machine turned on and I'll press to activate the fog. And you can see there's a bit of fog, and if I light from the front, it can be boring. I'll put in some more of the smoke here. But if I light from behind the fog or the smoke, you can see what difference it makes to the shot. And what I can do is turn on my backlight, and you can see as the fog fills the room, you probably notice the difference it makes when in terms of lighting a scene with fog in it. And this is the same technique I apply when I lit Ray up in the ring with his trainer. There was just 160 watt backlight, some top light, and you can see how it nicely affects the shot. This is the same technique applied when Ray is punching on the bag. There is the same 60 watt light backlighting Ray from the opposite direction of the camera. Okay, what makes this portable smoke machine special considering its size is because I own 2 other portable smoke machines, a Telesin and a Colbor CF5. I've used them both. They're small, but I've had a few issues and concerns I haven't experienced with the SmokeNinja Pro. First is leakage. With the Telesin and Colbor, I've often find fluid in the carry case, and it's not even from traveling with it on a shoot. It's just been sitting there on the shelf, and there'll be a little bit of liquid spilling into its case. The second issue is the hot fluid spitting about. I've had the Colbor and Telesin, but mostly the Colbor would spit out fluid during operation. That can be dangerous near gear or people. With the SmokeNinja Pro, there's a safety stopper you can attach to prevent leaks while in use. A thoughtful little idea that I really appreciated. The third issue is with the Colbor, and that is the smell. The Colbor sometimes give up an unpleasant odor like it's burning. The Telesin, on the other hand, and the SmokeNinja Pro didn't produce that smell in my experience. And finally, charging headaches with the Colbor. The Colbor CS5 has been inconsistent when trying to charge it up. On several occasions, it wouldn't just charge. To fix it, I'd have to unscrew the liquid chamber and remove it to get it to accept a charge. The SmokeNinja Pro charges anytime, any day with its fancy LED strip lights via USB-C without force, and the battery is user accessible, which means if the cell ages, you can swap it out later. That's a small thing that matters a lot in the long run. And yes, one of the nice things I like about the SmokeNinja Pro when it comes to the LED light on the body is that you can turn it off or on. And to show you that I can turn it on and off, it's currently on, and I'll press it 3 times or twice and it's off, so that in case you're filming and you don't want the light on, you can just have it off and it's still operable. If I press that, you can see it's spitting out smoke. Outside these issues, you can see and tell that the SmokeNinja Pro looks premium and feels well made. Like the other two, there's a Q20 threaded port so you can rig it up, but also has a magnetic attachment, which the other two don't have for mounting on metal surfaces. Now, a fun thing the Ninja Pro can do that I haven't seen on the other portable smoke machines, and something my kids enjoy so much, is that you can create bubbles. So how does this work? First thing is to attach the bubble nozzle to the front of the fan. In fact, let me show you guys. So it comes in the bubble, or the extra strong bubble formula comes in this box. Take it out. And in the box you have this little circular casing and the liquid. Let me put this aside. And inside this small casing you have this thing is very important because it fits just right there. I'll show you guys in a second. I need to take out a part from the kit box. So you need something like this and the bubble maker thing. This little thing makes the bubbles. So I'll connect this up here. So like that, and I'll attach it to the fan. So that's how it's going to look. I can now take this out of this casing or this little container. So that's out, and then I can pour a little bit of the bubble liquid. I'll pour it in there. Just a little. This is about 100, just 100 ml. Let me make sure my fan is on. I'll have it on 1 and I'll dip it into the liquid. And you can see the bubbles come out. And the next thing is that I'll change to level 2. If you want more bubbles, change the fan speed to level 2. And then you can see more bubbles coming out. And if you want some more, you can make your smoke, your snow, your fake snow during Christmas. So that's what you can do with the SmokeNinja Pro, and that's very nice. And anytime I start this, my kids don't want me to stop. Another nice thing, PMI, who makes this piece of kit, they provide this towel so you can clean off your mess. So I'll quickly just clean up the mess I've made here. from the bubble liquid spilling over. So that's very nice to have such in the kit. So you've seen how great the SmokeNinja Pro is, and you can see the effect compared to before when I started this video. You can see what it's done to my background. It's like subtle, it softened the light a bit, and this is the kind of thing that can help raise the value of your project by just adding haze. Hollywood and big productions use the same technique, so now you can too with the SmokeNinja Pro, because it can drastically change the look of the image. Not every scene needs it, by the way, but when you want an emotional or dramatic lift, it's a simple tool that pays big dividends. I had the SmokeNinja Pro for a few weeks now, and I haven't had any bad experience whatsoever. The build feels solid, and the accessories actually feel like they were designed by filmmakers who thought through the details. The accessible battery is a win. If it starts to hold less charge in a year or two, you can replace it instead of buying a whole new unit. In fact, instead of just talking, I'll just show you that you can just slide it up, slide it down, and that's the battery. You can take out the battery from the unit and toss it away if it's not holding the charge, and put in a new one. Easy, slide it up. Okay, that's the run through. If I missed any practical tips about Haze or the SmokeNinja Pro, drop it in the comments and I'll reply. I'll leave links in the description to the SmokeNinja Pro and the bubble formula we use to create the crazy stuff we store. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want more videos like this, lighting setups, how I shoot interviews, or how I graded the footage, tell me which one and I'll make it next. Thanks for watching. It's a filmmaker, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.